Sam and Saul are two friends who collected a variety of information related to their friends. So they had one list where names of all the friends had been collected. Then they had another list in which birthdays of all the friends were collected. And then there was another list in which they had favorite colors of all the friends. Now, if you see all these different types of data, what do you think? How can you make this list better? Let's see one by one. Now we have this list, which is basically name of friends. Now, what they have done is they have named this list Sam and Saul's list. And these are the different names mentioned here. Now, you have Lily here, you have Katrina here, then you have Elle here, Rachel here, Harvey here. Isn't it all very haphazard? I mean, if you want to find somebody's name in this list, then you don't have any order. It's completely haphazard. Second thing is that, do you see the name of the lists? It's Sam and Saul's list. If I show you this list and you don't know who Sam and Saul are or who are these people, then it will be very difficult for you to understand this list means what. That is, what is the meaning of this data. So you see, even the name of the list is very important. So how can we write it in a better way? Well, first thing which we can do is we can organize the list like this. So you see, this was all haphazard, and now this is a more organized version of this. So you have all these names as these were mentioned here, but they are in a more organized manner. So looking for names is much easier now, isn't it? Now, another important thing which we did here is that it was written Sam and Saul's list, which could mean anything. Another important thing which was done here is that here what do you see? It's written Sam and Saul's list, which could mean anything. But now the name of list is names of friends. So anybody who sees this list will understand that this list stands for names of different friends. So that's an important thing. So this is a much better list compared to the previous one, but you can further improve it. How can you do that? Well, what we can do is, these are all names, right? So what we can do is we can arrange these names in alphabetical order, that is in this order. So the first letter of the name is the criteria by which this particular list has been prepared. So as you can see, Chandler, in Chandler's name, C is the first letter, and in Elle's name, E is the first letter. And then we have Harvey, H. So as you can see, C comes first, then after C you have E, and after E you have H, and then you have K, L. So in this case you have two L's. So which will come first? Well, in case the first letters are matching, then you consider the second letter. So between I and O, definitely I comes earlier, and as a result we write Lily first and then Lois. And similarly we have Rachel and Ross, so R and R. So we compare A and O, and naturally A will come earlier and then you have O. So Rachel, Ross, Tim and Will. So what did we do? We arranged it in alphabetical order. So now searching for names is much easier. For example, if you want to look for Rachel, so you know that R will come down in the list. So you simply come here, you have K, then you have L, and after L you have R. So you have Rachel here. So locating particular names or particular text is very easy in a list which is arranged in alphabetical order. So you can always arrange lists in alphabetical order if they are only texts. Now another one was the list that is birthdays of friends. Now in the case of birthdays of friends, you have 19 March Chandler, 25 December Lily, 30 May Tim, and so on. So one thing which has been improved here is that this has been written in a much organized manner. So that's one thing which has been done. But how can you further improve this list? Well, what we can do is, so this is the initial list which has been prepared, and now we can actually arrange this in the order of months, isn't it? Because it's about birthdays. So different birthdays are in different months. So it will be much easier to locate the information in this case. So naturally, if somebody's birthday is in January, you can simply look at the top of the list because January is the first month of the year. So 31 January. And if you're looking for somebody's birthday in December, well, December will always be down the list here because it is the last month of the year. So 25 December. So definitely this is much better organized compared to what we had earlier. Now what about another way of representing this same information? So if you have this list of birthdays, how can you represent it better? Well, what you can do is you can actually mark the birthdays on a calendar. For example, here some birthdays have been marked on a calendar. Similarly, you can mark all these birthdays on this calendar and you can simply refer to this calendar and know whose birthday is when. And this will be very easy to understand, isn't it? So this is another way in which you can actually present this data. So you see, data can be represented in a number of ways for better understanding and for better presentation. So we have another list. Now this list is about favorite colors of friends. Now first thing which has been done is that it has been written in an organized manner. So we have black, blue, orange, blue, pink. Everything has been written in an organized manner. So definitely it is much easier to identify information in this case. But we can further improve this list. That is, we can present it better. So how can we do that? Let's see. Well, we are talking about colors, right? So we actually need not write so many colors. We can actually write the names with the favorite colors, and that way you will have just the list of names, but it will also represent the information about their favorite colors because their names have been written using their favorite colors. For example, here you have Chandler. It's written in black, right? Because Chandler's favorite color is black. Similarly, if you have Lily, now Lily's name has been written in pink. So what do you see? Lily's favorite color is pink. So it's very easy to understand and much more presentable. So this is how this data was represented in a better manner. So you see, presenting data in a manner so that useful information can be extracted conveniently from it is called data representation. So you see what data representation does? Well, it helps us extract useful information from the data conveniently. So even if I give you a data which is not properly represented, even then you will be able to extract information, but it will take a lot of effort. It won't be convenient at all. So data representation makes the work much easier. That is, makes the work of extraction of useful information much easier. So what is the importance of data representation? Well, first thing is that it saves time because it is very organized. So you can easily extract information or find information from it. And data is visually appealing. So when the data is properly represented, then it is visually appealing, and it reduces chance of error too, because you have a very organized data and you are able to find information very easily and conveniently. So definitely the chances of error will be very less, because the chances of missing out on some data will be very less. So the importance of data representation is that it saves time, data is visually appealing, and it reduces chance of error. So data representation is collection of data or proper representation of data. What do you think? Well, it is proper representation of data. So data representation comes after you have collected the data. It is the second step. So once you have done data collection, after that you perform data representation, which is proper representation of data. So data is collected for obtaining information. So that is the final purpose of data collection, that is obtain information. Now neat and clean way of presenting the data is known as data representation. So when you present the data in neat and clean manner, that is in an organized manner, we call it data representation. Well represented data is easier to understand. So why is representation of data so important? Because it is easier to understand. As a result, it will save time. At the same time, it will reduce chances of error.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.